Thank you, Tim. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. It gives me great pleasure tonight to introduce Kerry-Anne Minns on her final speech from the advanced manual. I get it out. Looks like this, the Entertaining Speaker. So Alison earlier gave a speech number 4. This would be speech number 5, the final one. And the 5th talk is Speaking After Dinner. Be a light-hearted, relaxed, fun and inspiring talk. Kerry-Anne has asked everyone, when you write something on the slip, if you can look out particularly for the sense of enjoyment and what worked and what could be improved. So she'd like feedback on that, if you can find any, please. So imagine you've just finished a most wonderful 3-course meal. The food was sumptuous, the wine was inebriating, the pudding sweet. You've now got your coffee and your mints. And I have just stood up, chinked my glass, and will call Kerry-Anne Minns to give us a talk. As we've heard all this evening, we've heard many speeches from all the things that different charities do. We're at a charity event. It's the whole idea of tonight. So we've heard multiple speeches. And now Kerry-Anne Minns will give us a talk, Keeping the Fun in Fundraising. With Keeping the Fun in Fundraising, Kerry-Anne Minns.
Keeping the fun in fundraising. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. Hasn't this been an amazing evening of speeches so far? Hearing all the work that all these different charities do and what all our money and fundraising goes towards, it's just been so heartwarming. So, how on earth am I going to finish this wonderful evening off? I know you've all had plenty of wine and plenty of beer and lots of food. So, what can I say? How many of you in the room have done some kind of fundraising? Almost everybody. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Having lots of fun while fundraising is so important because it makes you do more. It makes you want to do more. It makes you want to do it again. And I don't know about you, but that dessert we just had brought to mind a little story that I remember from when I was a young girl at secondary school. Now, I used to love food. I still do. Don't know if you can tell, but I do enjoy my food. So, of course, fun, food. 2 F's, I figured they kind of fit together. So I did a sponsored jelly eat. What else would you do? Teenage girl? I thought of a few different things. I went through Angel Delight. It's like, that's a bit easy to eat, isn't it? It's not quite as entertaining. Or maybe some kind of ice cream, brain freeze. So I went with the jelly, and I have to say, it wobbled all over the place. It was hysterical. I had a big bowl. It wasn't a little bowl wouldn't have been a challenge. It would have just been dessert. So I had a big bowl of jelly, and I sat in the kitchen room at school at lunchtime, and I sat there. Big spoon. It wasn't a good look. I'm happy to say there's no evidence. Nobody took any photos, but I raised a lot of money that day, and that's one of the stories that inspired me to keep doing fundraising and keep doing different things. Now, one of the other favourite things when I was younger that I know used to be a favourite of parents was the sponsored silence. Little mouths should be seen and not heard. As everyone in this room knows, that doesn't really apply for me. I don't do silence very well. So a sponsored silence is actually quite a challenge. And it's quite interesting, even if you try it just for an hour or two, being quiet is actually quite hard. And I have to say, I would love to see some adults do it. How much fun would it be if you're at work for the day and you had to have a sponsored silence? It would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Can't answer the phone, can't respond to that request. It would be great for a day. And I bet you'd raise some serious money from your colleagues if you offered to do a sponsored silence for the day. I know I probably would anyway. I'd probably raise quite a lot of money if I did that. So other ideas, fun ideas. It's about doing something that relates to you. So what's your favourite hobby? What's the things that you enjoy? Is it running? Is it cycling? Is it flying? Is it jumping out of planes with parachutes on your back? That one's not mine. I'll just throw that one in there. I don't do the jumping out of plane thing. However, I do running. And running to some people is hard work and not something that they do out of choice. And I have to say, I swore I'd never, ever run a half marathon again after my last one, as I walked around a bit like this for days afterwards. But I've chosen to do one again. And just to add that smidgen little bit of fun, I'm recording my progress. So you can go on YouTube and watch me get all sweaty. And I'm all nice and dry before I go out. And I look all nice and, yes, ready to run. Aren't I great in my sports gear? And then I come back and I'm, I did it. And you can see all those sorts of things on my YouTube channel. And that's adding fun to it for me. It's great. You walk around and you see friends and family and they immediately stop you and going, that was brilliant. I saw you when your cat ran in front of the camera. And it's fab. I love it. It's creating such a buzz, and that's what I want people to do with their fundraising. Create a buzz, do something that other people are going to enjoy, are going to want to get involved in. Make it fun, make it something you want to do again and again and again, and inspire other people to do things. It's just wonderful to have that involvement. I've had people come to me and say, I've actually made them want to do something now. I did email back saying, come do the Race for Life. And I got a response, maybe. So they need to find the thing that they find fun, that they enjoy. And I had a few ideas for the group of people that are here tonight, because we're all Toastmasters. We all get involved in doing table topics, impromptu speaking. How much fun would it be to have an afternoon of table topics? A sponsored afternoon of table topics? No? Okay. Wrong crowd, obviously. There may be an afternoon of a conference. Speakers coming up here, doing different speeches and people paying for entrance. So they can come in and they can hear the different talks that we do. We have such a plethora of skills in this room and stories and entertainment and different things that we can tell people about, that it would be wonderful to have everyone come in and join us and really join in for charity and raise some money. I think that would be a wonderful idea. Now, some people may not find the idea of coming up and speaking in public fun, but I know the people in this room do. So why not go along to other events where you don't have to speak? There's charity events happening all the time in your local area. You don't have to necessarily be involved in actually making them happen and organising them, but you can enjoy the fun of the evening and the fun that everyone else puts for you. So even in recent weeks, I've been to a pamper evening at local Hummingbird Centre, and it was a wonderful evening. There was pamper bags, there was a raffle, there were people on hand doing treatments, you could have a reflexology, and there was lots of things for sale, all raising money for that wonderful place. There was also a barber's in the centre of town, in Bicester, in Market Square. They again did a showcase weekend, and I helped with their leaflet. And it was an amazing weekend and a great success, and people came down to help out and join in and to donate money to this wonderful charity. Now, if you can get involved with things like that, it doesn't take too much of your time, and it's fun. It's so much enjoyable to be around people who do these sorts of things. It gives you a real buzz and it gets you involved. And who doesn't want to be involved, really? Was that just me sticking my nose in again? Who knows? But what other ideas could you do for fundraising, for fun things? One of the things I found in beginning this journey of fundraising was actually on the Just Giving website. At first, I thought it was just a place where people could donate money and give money. But there's so much information on there. They have labels you can print out for doing bake sales. They provide you with the actual labels so you can do bake sales. You can print out a net for a box. So if people want to give you spare change, you can print out a little box and write what charity that you're doing it for, and you can get the box. There's so much information available and so many inspiring ideas that you can do anything. Make something. If crafts is your thing, why not make something and sell them? If baking is your thing, not mine. Can't bake to save my life. But if you like making cupcakes, make cupcakes, do a bake sale, get involved, get all your friends involved. It is amazing, and I have found so much energy and involvement from the people around me since I've started doing this. And I really would love if everybody in this room could join in with the fun that I've been having and get involved, whether it's doing an event or supporting other events. I don't mind, but get up and do something. Go and fundraise and have a lot of fun while you're doing it, because once you get the bug, I'm sure you won't be able to stop. So I really hope that you have some fun and fruitful fundraising opportunities. Mr. Toastmaster.